Hi everybody, it's Miss Joanne here in my hallway again, and it's a gorgeous day out. So there's supposed to be a launch today, maybe, depends on the weather in Florida. So I thought maybe we could do some flying type things. So this is my first craft, which is just 2 paper circles, a big one and a little one, and 4 straws, and it really goes. I tried it out last night in my kitchen. It goes very, very well. And then our second craft is a bird kite. And again, it's just paper. It's a big sheet of paper, a few little pieces there, and a little piece there, and a piece of string. And you could make it as fancy as you wanted or as simple as you wanted. I mean, I just added tail feathers and I colored the beak. You could use colored paper for that too. So it's as fancy as you want it or as simple as you want it. So we're going to start first with the one that I call the tube flyer because it's not, well, maybe it's more like a cone shape if you were to look through it. Now mine is a little ripply, and you could find this online, and theirs is perfect, perfectly round. I'm not sure what's wrong with mine, why it did that, but it works. That's all that counts. So we're going to need 2 strips of paper. This one is cut on the long way of the piece of construction paper. This is, what do you call it? Computer paper, printer paper. So I'm not sure how well the construction paper will work, but we're going to find out. Well, we won't find out right now because you won't be able to see it fly in my house, but I'll try. You never know. This is half of one of these. Okay, and you can see this one I cut wider. I thought maybe it would do better if it was a little narrower. I'm going to find out. See when I try it out outside. Okay, so this one, you fold it in half, crease it, cut it, and then you get that one. And these ones are each about 1 inch wide. And this one, these were wider. They were about, like 1 inch, 1 inch and just under 1.5 inches, maybe 1 3/8 inches. So we'll find out which works better. You need 4 straws, and these are the bendy straws that I have had in my closet for, I won't tell you how long because it's embarrassing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim off the bendy part. We don't want the bendy part, and you could dispose of that, or you could conceivably save it for another craft. Maybe you have a younger sibling who likes to use them to make necklaces, you know, string them on a piece of yarn. So you could think about that. I'm just putting mine off to the side there. So there I have my 4 straws trimmed off. And trimmed off, these guys are what? They are about, let's see, oops, oh my gosh, I'm dropping them. Okay, they're a little over, just a hair over 6 inches long, it looks like. Okay, so I've got my straws, I've got my 2 strips of paper. All right, and I'm going to use tape. And I think last night I used the frosty kind of tape. I think that the clear tape might work better, so we're going to try that today. All right, so I'm going to tape my big ring into a circle. Yeah, I got something on my tape, so now I've got a dark spot. Oh, it's shiny. Okay, so I've got 1 circle, and I've got the other circle. Good. There we go. Okay. And I taped them together to make rings, 2 rings, and I went off the edge, I think. I'm just going to put a little piece of tape over here too, just to get it sturdier. Okay, maybe this guy too, I'll do that. I guess you could try out different ways of taping it too, see which works better. Okay, so there's my big ring, there's my little ring. Okay, let me get my scissors out of the way. All right, and now I'm going to tip my camera down so you can see better. Okay, and I'm going to start, whoops, that was the interesting thing. The big ring, the straws go on the inside. The little ring, they go on the outside. Okay, so let me do, I'm going to try this. I don't know if it will, if I'll end up with them all curling under and then stuck on here. We're going to find out. That's too big. Still too big. About, come on. Wow, this is powerful tape. Here we go. Okay, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and then over here, I'm going to put 4 more. 1. Hey, it's got a sparkle on it. I must have glitter. Actually, I can see the glitter on here. 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So if they don't all end up stuck down to my surface, I should be good. All right, on the inside, and I'm putting this one right where the seam was, where the 2 ends came together, so that hopefully I can manage to keep it somewhat even. Okay, so there we go. Tape it in place. Okay, and I made it right down by the bottom. Of course, my tape didn't go straight. Oh, that was really bad, Miss Joanne. Really crooked. Let's try that one again. Make it a little less crooked than that. Of course, now my tape is stuck on the inside. There we go. Okay. All right. There we go. Let's see if I can do it this way. It is a little fiddly just for that part. Okay. So there we go. First one's in. I think I'm going to call them struts. Struts are things that give strength to an object. And these are going to support the top cone, top circle, top ring. So I think struts would be a good name for them. Okay, let's see. There. There we go. Sticking them in, and I'm making them go right to the edge of the paper. We need 1 more. Okay. Turn it around so I can see where I'm putting the thing. The tape is so clear that it's kind of hard for me, being an eyeglass wearer, to see it. Okay, so there's my bottom part. Here's my top part. These, it's going to go on the outside. Okay, so, oh, that's right. I forgot that I did it already. All right. Let's see, not that it really matters, but I'm just going to line up my seam with my seam, kind of. All right, let's see. Put it like that and see if I can stick it on there. As I said, being an eyeglass wearer, it's hard for me to see certain things, like clear tape. Okay, there we go. All right. And do the opposite side first, just to try to keep them a little bit even. Will it? I don't know. I'm not known for my ability to keep anything square. That means regular. Yeah, no, I can tell that they're off kilter. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, so here's my third one. Tape that little guy on there. And it gets easier as you go because it gets more strength. It gets sturdier, and it's easier to maneuver things. But obviously, this is not exactly hard. Okay. It's going to go there. If I can scoochie this over a little. I don't really think so. I don't think it wants to move. So it's going to be fine where it is. And there's my flyer. It's all made. That's all there is to it. 2 circles of paper, 4 straws, some tape, and if you hold it by one of the struts and give it a whoosh, it should go flying off. I was going to, but my little dog is in there, and my little dog will eat paper, so I won't throw it. I was going to give it a good poof, but I don't want it to go that far, so I'm just going to throw it over. Oh, nice. Very nice. That worked really well. I don't know if this one, I don't think this one worked as well. Oh yeah, actually it does. They go really, really nicely. So give it a try. It's fun. Now for our flying bird, you need a big sheet of paper. You need a glue stick. You need a stapler. You need a piece of string. And you need a marker, maybe some crayons, and some little pieces of paper. All right, I am going to give, this is purple. I'm going to try giving this bird a neon yellow eye. I don't think that's going to show, but we'll try. Whatever. Why not? Okay, and then the feathers, I cut out yellow feathers. Now these were just a rectangle shape, and I trimmed off some edges just to make it kind of feathery shaped. Okay, there are 2. I'm missing one. I had 3. What? Oh, there it is. It's on top of there. There's the 3rd one. Okay, so I had 3 of them, and I'm just going to draw some lines on them to make them look sort of a bit more like feathers. Oh, and the paper punch. You need the paper punch for this guy. All right. I'm not going to need my scissors, so I'm going to get them out of the way because I've used them already. All righty. I am going to draw some lines, and that's yellow, so I think I'm going to make some dark green lines on it because I can. Okay, you could make these any color you choose. So here we go. I'm making a line down the middle. Let me tip this. Okay, can you see? And then I'm just going to make some, almost like you make a leaf. I think these things on a feather are called, whoops, barbs. And if it were a real feather, off each one there'd be smaller things that I think are called barbettes or barbules. Okay, so there's my one feather. I'll make it on both sides too. So there we go. There's my line. You see, I'm not going too crazy about it, but you can do what you want. You can get as fancy as you choose. You could make your bird any color. You can decorate it. I'm not decorating it. I'm making mine very simple. But here we go. Line and some little barbs. Little things. Okay, so there we go. Right down. All right. The other side. Shoop, 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 shoop. This one's got fewer than the others. There we go. Give it a few more. Okay, and this. The end isn't going to really matter too much because that's going to be hidden inside the folded part of the paper. Okay, one more. Here we go, down the middle. Okay, shoop, 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 shoop. Little lines. Ooh, missed. Okay. There we go. On the other side. I can't remember if I put them on both sides of feather number 2. I'll check in a moment and see. Again, you could make it different on the 2 sides. Yeah, I got them all 3 with them on both sides. Okay, so I have that, and I seem to have, oh no, there's my beak. I made a yellow beak. Okay, it's just a little triangle. So there's my beak, my feathers. Put those aside for the moment. Put my marker aside for the moment. And I'm going to put my glue aside for the moment also. Here's my piece of paper. Okay, so I'm going to fold it in half. Okay, now this one was made from a sheet of computer paper. Okay, so you can do it either way. You could even give a try to some lightweight cardstock if you happened to have some of that. All right, let me get my middle. Maybe it's my eyes. I just can't seem to see things today. There we go. Is it even? I'm going to take my glasses off for a second. Okay, there we go. Funny thing about wearing glasses, sometimes you can see better with them off. And sometimes you see better with them on. Okay, so I'm giving it a good crease. Okay, and from there, all right, this is going to be your bottom. It's like the spine almost, or a like the keel of a ship. Okay, so there's my thing like that. I'm going to take the two sides, not fold them, just curve them out and on a slant. And I want these 2 points to end up at about the same place. So I'm folding this, not folding, curving it over like that. Can you see it? And then I'm going to curve the other one over. So actually, I should keep it folded like that. Then you don't need quite so many fingers. Okay, and I'm going to fold that like that. So from the front, that's what you're going to see, like that. And from the back, you're going to see that. Okay, and then I'm going to grab my stapler. All right, and I'm going to tip this back up because when it's down, I can't see. So silly as that sounds, but it's the truth. Okay, so here we go. Let me get my stapler. This is a little bit of a weird stapler, so it's kind of chunky. There we go. And it makes a lot of noise. When my dog was younger, the little guy used to go running if I did that. So there it is. There's the front view. There's the back view. Now, put the already done one aside. Okay, the beak is going to go in here. So before I put the beak in, I'm going to give it an eye. And I said I was going to give a try to this neon-y kind of yellow. So let's try it. It probably won't show, but you never know. Okay, it makes a mark. You can see that. Okay, so it made it kind of just dark. You don't really know what color it is. So maybe then I'll take the dark color and go around that. Oops, where did I put the dark color? Did I leave it on the floor? Nope, there it is. Okay, I think I'll just go around that part to define it a bit, and maybe I'll put a dot in the center. Oh, okay, whoa, that looks a little bit mean. Okay, so I'm going around the edge and a dot in the middle. Okay, so there are my eyes now. Okay. Okay, it's looking kind of raptor-like. Okay, here's my glue stick. And I'm going to put glue stick on both sides of my base, the wide part of my triangle piece. Okay, actually, I can leave that open because I'm going to use it again in a moment. And then I'm going to slide it in here at the point right in front of my eyes and squeeze it down a little so that it sticks. So now I've got my beak. Here are my tail feathers. And I think for simplicity, I'm going to glue them all together first, and then I'll glue them in. So at the base, I'm just putting a good smudge of glue, and I'm going to put them all together. That, and I think that one's bigger, I think, or it appears bigger anyway, bulkier. I'm going to put it at the end. So there we go. I've got my 3 feathers together. And now I'm going to put a good bit of glue on the base of the 3. There we go. Nice glob. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to slip it in at the tail end. And again, just squeeze it a little bit. There we go. So our bird is almost done. The only thing we need now is a string. So we've got our hole punch right near here where you had this. You're going to punch a hole just behind it. Oops. One hole. Okay, come on. There we go. So I have a hole, and I need a piece of string. Now, if you're going to take yours outside, you could use a big piece of string. I'm not going outside with it, I don't think. So I'm just going to use kind of a small piece of string. I'm going to cut it off. There we go. I'd say it's maybe about a yard long. Okay, there's my end. I'm going to poke it through the hole, hook my bird belly up, tie a little knot. Let's see if I can do a square knot. Left over right, and then right over left. I think. I know that's the saying, but I always get them backwards. I'm very good at tying poor knots. Okay, there you go. So there's my bird kite. And again, you can't see it here, but well, oh, you can a little bit. It does. It really does fly. Okay, let me see if I aim the thing up a little bit. There, you can see my wreath up there. Okay, there it goes. It flies. I mean, it really does. It's really rather aerodynamic, and it does go. So if you make one, you can take it outside and give it a try. Today would be a good day, I think, because it's so nice and cool, but breezy. You might want to put a little piece of tape here before you punch the hole, just to reinforce it around that part of the paper. Okay, so there's my bird. And oh my gosh, I forgot that I threw the other ones into the other room. They're all the way across the other hallway and in the other room. And luckily my dog is not eating them. So everybody have a happy weekend. Enjoy yourself. It's a beautiful day out. Try to get out in your yard. And we'll see you the next time. So here's my bird. Bye.